Hello, and a very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us back. Before we move ahead, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our partners, WeCommission, ValueLeaf, Microsoft, InMobi, AdPub.social, Admitad, CollectSend Ads, Brand, Offer18, Amar Ujala, The Indian Express, Celebite, and Nielsen. Without any further delay, let's begin the panel discussion on the growth of mobile games in India. Can affiliate marketing be the next big driver for creativity and innovation? This session is scheduled for 45 minutes, out of which 30 minutes would be discussion amongst the panelists and the rest 15 minutes would be for questions. So audience, please keep pouring in your questions. Let me now introduce you to our moderator of this session, Ms. Chitra Shah, Business Head at ConversionX. ConversionX has been successfully working as a preferred partner for user acquisition with most of the gaming operators in India for more than 3 years now. Over to you, Ms. Shah, for taking the discussion forward. You're on mute.
Thank you very much, Shivani. Yes, very much excited to start the discussion and the panel, and we have got best of the people from the industry to talk to. So I guess we all know that for about last 3 or 4 years, affiliate has become a very important part for the gaming industry overall. And if you look at it, I guess affiliate do share a good pie, of challenge mix when it comes to the operators. So yes, from coupons to cashback publishers to SMS to emailers to native to paid media, each and every channel we have tried and explored the most of the creative things that we could have ever done. And I guess it has been utilized nicely to bring the wisest and the smart players on board. It would be wonderful to hear out everybody on the panel. So before we start the discussion, I would like to have a small introduction from all our panelists, starting from Lian. Lian has joined us from.
Hi, everybody. I'm not sure if we still have Chitra, but my name is Leanne Johnston, and I'm the CEO and founder of Affiliate Insider, which is a curated content portal and a boutique affiliate marketing agency. So we help brands improve their affiliate marketing performance, create better relationships with their affiliate partners, and we also provide training services. So thank you very much for having me on this panel today.
Parikshit, over to you.
Hello everyone, my name is Parikshit. I'm the founder of GridLogic Group and Taj Rummy, and we've been operating in this space for almost 8 years in India. And our flagship brand, TajRummy.com, and our B2B brand is TajRummyNetwork.com. It's great to be on this panel. Thank you, Chitra.
Hi, Suraj. Over to you.
Hello everyone, this is Suraj Chokhani from Ability Games. We are into real money gaming with 3 brands. For daily fantasy sports, we have 11 wickets. For poker, we have Pokerland. For Rummy, we have Rummy24. And as of now, for me, I've been on the other side of the table being a gamer. Now from this side, being an operator, I'm trying my hands. Let's see what I have in store in the coming times. Chitra, I think you are on mute. We can't hear you.
No, I am. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, now you are audible.
Yeah, over to Amey. I guess he is my partner in crime, so he would have a lot to share.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Amey Kaulgi, and being a digital marketing specialist in this industry since last 4-5 years, I'm working with ValueLeaf as a associate vice president for ad operations and delivery. We have a ROI driven approach, and we believe in performance marketing, and that's how I'm so passionate about affiliate marketing and love helping brands and affiliates get the best out of our partnerships. So I'm equally well versed in driving performance alongside branding, and we believe that affiliate marketing is one of the best scalability and performance channel for now.
Thank you so much, everyone, for the quick introduction. Won't waste much of time. I guess we have perfect lineup with operators and affiliate partners, both international and Indian category. Okay, so won't waste much time. Over to Parikshit. Parikshit, I would want to understand from you, how do you look at affiliate channel overall, from the perspective of what is the kind of share you have given yourself to this channel? How do you perceive this channel to be, and what is your overall experience? Say, be it performance or be it fraud management.
Okay, I'll start off with what we've done earlier, and then our journey, which will actually help you understand how much percentage we're actually working with affiliates. Primarily, when we started off, there was no Google, there was no Yahoo, no AdWords, nothing back then in 2012. So we had to actually convince Yahoo first to get into RMG space. We were one of the first companies which actually educated them to come into the space. And before that, it was only affiliates and few companies like Value Leaf, We Commission, and at that point of time, Collectsend. A few companies were there in this business, and far as I know, it was also media, which started working with us, and they were actually teaching us programmatic advertising. I primarily come from the UK background, and all our affiliates work on revenue share, and we didn't know what punching means and what cost per lead means and all that. And fortunately, the industry taught us everything. And in 2013 end, all these biggies like Facebook and AdWords, Yahoo, everyone entered, and we shifted our base 80% of our marketing onto them, and we made sure that we were actually getting quality leads at a higher price. Of course, when I started off, the lead price was about 40 rupees, and right now I think it's about 400, 500. So the cost went up by almost 10 times, whereas the lifetime value is going down in the same way. uh, we had to some way balance that. And over the period of 8 years, I know I've been working with Chitra as well, and Value Leaf are dear friends. We Commission are dear friends. P Labs is dear friends. So we built amazing relationships with all these affiliates, and they made sure that we are actually meeting our business targets, business plans, and profits. More importantly, that we make profits and we actually pay them from our profits. And that's the reason why I am at 40% when it comes to affiliate marketing. And it's purely because of all the relationships I have with you guys. And I cherish the 8 years journey with you guys. And I completely trust the affiliate marketing space. Whereas whenever a new affiliate comes into picture, maybe we give them a chance of just 2% of the whole 40%. So my experience would be a little different. And also that why we are at 40% could be that Google and Facebook have exhausted for us, and there's no scope for growth over there. And that also is making us rely on affiliates who are doing unique businesses. That's been my view, Chitra.
Absolutely, Parikshit. I guess running a Rummy network for more than 10 years now. So I totally understand, 40% of the share. And it's absolutely, wonderful to hear that 40% is the share that, you have. Looking forward.
Given a chance, I would have actually increased it, but because we are a network and all my network partners are also working with you guys, there is a large chance of cannibalization. So that's the reason why I'm sure they're actually working at 20-30%, and we're working at 50%. But still, we have a 2% overlap of all the customers every month. So as long as the 2% is 2%, I'm happy. Otherwise, to reduce my percentage.
Over to you, Suraj. What are your views on affiliates? As in, how feasible do you think how feasible do you think affiliate has been working for you?
See, honestly, I've tried each and every media, and going by the current trend, I think the best media to go for a gaming industry perspective is an affiliate network. Though it has its own challenges in India, there has to be a lot of fraud controls in place. So until and unless you are associated with a good affiliate partner, the first and foremost thing that you need at it is like the leads that you are getting are actually genuine leads or not. And then like Parikshit said, with any other media, the cost has gone too high, be it Facebook, be it Google, and definitely a startup won't be able to afford the kind of branding activity that is needed. So even if we look at the developed countries, affiliate channel is one of the best thing to go with in case of a gaming industry. And if you are in the right hands, there is nothing like that. If you compare a cost of acquisition with the lifetime value of a player, the most feasible option will be affiliate only. This is how I look at the affiliate being a part of the gaming industry.
So I heard both of you, Parikshit and Suraj, but I would honestly want to understand. See, there are multiple factors that go into quality of the user, right? So when we are saying that affiliate can bring cheaper quality, cheaper users as compared to Facebook or Google, we also face a lot of fraud, high level of fraud when it comes to affiliates. So, what do you think that should be the right way to go about it? As in, currently, if you look at the fraud management happening at the operator level, also, it is more of a confidential situation, right? Wherein you would not want to share how are you coming to a scenario where you, consider something as a fraud, right? So, do you think that if a little bit of transparency between operators and affiliates with respect to fraud management can bring in more creativity?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, see, I have seen situations like most of the time. My office has a policy like when we onboard a new affiliate, we make sure like randomly calling the people that has been onboarding through that affiliate. And at times I have heard of responses like मेरे को ₹5 मिल रहे थे इसीलिए मैंने तो आपके नेटवर्क पे रजिस्टर कर लिया या आपका ऐप डाउनलोड कर लिया मेरे को नहीं पता है. So this leaves a very bad taste in the mouth. So like I said, you have to segregate. There are very good affiliates working in India currently, and there are frauds also. And this an operator can only distinguish between who is a fraud and who is not. So once you distinguish between them, then it is only a matter of negotiation, and definitely you can do wonders with your affiliate partner. But every time, see, if an affiliate says, वो आपको 50 में देता है, मैं आपको 40 में दूंगा, and you run after him, there is no end to it. And no matter what kind of a fraud check you put in place, they will always find a way to bypass it. So, being in a nascent in the stage, like I always say, it has a long way to go, but I'm pretty sure going forward, affiliate will be one of the best partners for the gaming industry, subject to frauds getting out of this space.
Sure, Suraj. So, where I was coming from was that, so there is one wherein, when you are at the acquiring stage, right, when there is instant user, which is coming in by, because see, end of the day, affiliate has highest control over the end user, right? Unlike the other channels, which are more intent driven, right? So if we say, for example, we have to, get into the ROI factor on the quality factor of the user that we actually look at, right? What do you think that, because the gameplay level fraud, etc., is only operator level, process that is there internal to you, right? But when it comes to, quality, I guess, it is more important that, there has to be a certain set process which comes from the operator end for us to understand that how the gameplay kind of fraud is happening. so as to bring the best quality user end of the day, right? Because the fraud happens at multiple levels, not just the start when somebody is getting incent to play, because that person is not going to deposit it any which way, right? I would want to ask Ameya about this. I'm sure we as partners all come across all the situations. So Ameya, I would like to know your views about it.
So I have a viewpoint to highlight here, like affiliate as a scalability partner and which comes through performance. So as we likely see, Facebook. If you go to Facebook, if you go to Google, they will tell you, yeah, okay, I will give you impressions. You further analyze. Now they have conversion pixels and all. It optimizes on conversions, but they do not give you guarantee. Ki, we will give you conversions in this pricing itself. When it comes to affiliate, affiliate purely works on performance, and like for us, it is highly important to ensure the scale and performance go hand in hand. Both needs to be in a very committed relationship where otherwise else we can expect very volatile situations coming in. While we intend to scale, we must ensure the factors that has contributed to performance and how they are going to swing the campaign in the scale is imposed. So taking this scalability factor into consideration, I feel considering all sort of hypothetical situations also makes us prepared for the worst situation and helps us to negate chances of seeing low performances. Fraud and low performance channels are also there in affiliate, but what I believe is I believe in buying a fraud-free, clean, and legitimate inventory, but it also comes with a price. Is my take on this. At the same time, how I see affiliate is the reach is one of the most important factor that determines the performance. Having this COVID-19 situation has changed the whole dynamics of the reach. There has been a major shift from tier 1 markets to tier 2 markets. This has not only allowed brands, but to us as an agency to come up with dedicated strategies to cater these high potential markets. So definitely affiliate is evolving. Earlier, affiliate was when a brand starts affiliate, I have seen that many a times a brand saying that okay, no, I don't want to run affiliate. I just want to run Facebook. I just want to run Google because बहुत fraud होता है and a lot of Twitter complaints are there. This is there, that is there. But definitely with time, with manual intervention, at the same time with some AIs, now we have figured out how to drop that. How to drop down that fraud level and make sure what checks to be applied there. So yes, affiliate is evolving a lot with reach and with better techniques to fight against the fraud.
Sure. So I guess we share a lot of mutual feelings here. But Lian has a story to say. I guess that is how Parikshit also started his discussion, right? I mean, UK has a story to say. Where affiliates are majorly working on revenue shares, and I guess that is the next step towards scaling of the affiliate channel overall. So Lian, we would want to understand how things work in UK, how educated are the affiliates, how things work there when it comes to a channel mix wherein affiliate is the biggest share.
So here in the UK and the EU, I've actually been in affiliate marketing for almost 2 decades. So pretty much when the affiliate channel began, and it started as like a really simple refer a friend scheme to the complex ecosystem that it is today. There are multiple layers, there are multiple relationships. There's, affiliates that are building, networks of sites. There's affiliate networks that are encouraging publishers to join them. So there's lots of different layers between the relationships that you build with affiliates. And the biggest thing that I can say over my tenure in this industry is that everybody starts out kind of like the wild, wild west. And people start to find their feet. They start to understand what works, what doesn't. And strategy and planning is obviously two of the biggest things that you can do as an operator when you're thinking about working in the affiliate space. But also if you're an affiliate and you're looking to work and build long-term relationships with operators, the key thing is to start with transparency and to build those relationships, because the tenure of time that you can be working with a partner will outstrip any short-term, fraud campaign that you want to run to make a quick buck. So that's a lesson that we've learned really hard here in the UK, is that strategy and planning is an essential part of making sure that an affiliate program can deliver anything between 40 and 60% of your revenue, depending on how you spend your budget to promote your brand. But the key thing for me is to also continue learning. So what we're seeing here in the UK is that the affiliate channel's grown so quickly, people have come into the channel with very little expertise in terms of digital marketing. So they're sort of coming from a customer service background or a sales background, and that's not actually enough to effectively run an affiliate program. So making sure that you've got, expertise around the affiliate channel in your business, or whether you're using an agency to do that for you, can also help prevent fraud from happening. So, there's key markers that you need to look out for when you're doing relationship building, when you're starting those commercial conversations. And that sort of learnings is really developed over time as your ecosystem evolves. So how affiliate marketing is in India right now isn't the same as how it is here in Europe. And I can say the same about the US. So every single market that you work in is going to be different. They're going to be at different stages in terms of how they gather and build traffic sources. And understanding the ecosystem that you're going into is really key, I think, for brands to prevent fraud.
I guess it would be really wonderful to have you around and, to learn a lot of ways that, UK has adopted. And maybe, we can also use different innovations and creativity that other countries are using when it comes to affiliate channel, because I guess that is the next big thing happening.
The key thing is that you can learn from history, because history often repeats itself. So, I've worked in a market that's much more mature than some of the other regions in the industry. So I kind of know the signs of what's going to happen as the market matures. And Parikshit and I were actually having that conversation last night on WhatsApp, and having the experience that we have, and obviously him going into a market that's local to him, sometimes you can kind of predict what's going to happen, and that also helps with your fraud prevention, because you're obviously coming from a place of experience because you've been there and done that. But the key thing for me is just training and education and helping brands to understand the ecosystem and how it actually works and the multiple layers that fit between there. And then leveraging all of that into your marketing strategy, along with your paid media, your SEO, and all of the other channels that you use. Because I'm a big believer, after 20 years of working in this space, affiliate marketing should never be siloed within your business. It should never be a team that works on affiliate marketing but doesn't understand what the rest of the marketing strategy is. Because when the affiliate channel isn't aligned to the rest of your marketing strategy, you're missing out on opportunities. As I can't remember who said it earlier, but affiliates are bringing in traffic from multiple niche sources that you would probably not even think about as an operator. And you need to be leveraging that opportunity with the rest of your marketing strategy so that you have a bigger reach. You are talking to a wider audience, and you're not spending your own budget to do that because you're paying on performance. So that's, some of the experience and expertise in the kind of work that we do with our clients, is actually bringing that knowledge and helping them to benefit from, I suppose, the pain points that I've gone through in almost 20 years of doing this job. So training is a big part of what we do, and kind of strategic support is a big part of what we do to help our clients with that.
Absolutely, Lian. But what I feel is that when we talk about training, I guess, the biggest question here is, UK has a different kind of psychology, right? And India is an industry, and Indian population basically, right? India as a country has a different psychology when it comes to, gaming, or, when it comes to, multiple other factors that we'll have to look into when it comes to training the people here, and, educating the people here, because we'll have to consider a lot of other things. What works here is
Very different.
discount. What works here is the discount. What works here is, what are you giving for free along with your product. So that is what works in India. So I guess,
and that's part of your
the
marketing
planning
strategy and your planning that really makes it important. It's never to sort of jump feet first and say, okay, well, what I've done in the UK is going to work in India or America or Australia or anywhere else. That's one of the biggest things that I can say about affiliate marketing, is that if you get the localization right in your strategy and your planning, it can help you to kind of expand your brand reach really quickly, because you are only paying on performance. So understanding all of those market forces is part of your strategy and planning when you are building an affiliate program, and especially a global program. One of the biggest programs I've ever managed had 15,000 affiliates in it across the entire world. Understanding how to build the strategy to kind of track that, to regulate. You had to do KYC and compliance before the affiliate could even work with you. So, it gets complex, and it takes a lot of planning to actually fit that into the rest of your global strategy. You're not just looking at one place. If you're a global brand, you want to expand into other markets, affiliates can help you do that really quickly. But doing it cleverly and obviously having the checks and balances in place to prevent the fraud is key.
Absolutely, Lian. Thank you so much for your views, Lian. I guess we are already pouring with a lot of questions here, and we have stretched our little time, to discuss more. And I guess it is a wonderful discussion. So should we go ahead with the questions now? Whosoever prefer to answer, I would just shoot it across. So the first question is, should mobile gaming category opt for in-house affiliate or outsource it? I guess question for you, Suraj and Parikshit.
So Parikshit would like to answer it, or should I answer it?
You can give your view, Suraj. I'll also give my view. I'll cover up.
See, basically, if you talk about the word affiliate, it's not in-house. The basic understanding is this: someone who is from outside and can get us business from outside is an affiliate. So there is nothing called in-house affiliate. It's like an oxymoron for me, honestly. So it has to be outsourced to the specialized agencies who have been in and out doing this 24/7 and nothing else. So for me, it's always outsourced. There is nothing called in-house affiliate for me.
Thank you so much, Suraj.
My view will be a little different, and I want to look at it from this point of view. Any new mobile app which is actually being launched in the market, they'll have a goal of their own. Like, for example, if you have a target of 100,000 users joining every month, then your strategy will be different. And then you have a global target of having a million downloads, or a 5 million downloads, or a 10 million download, depends on the goal actually. If your goal is to be profitable and small, then you should have an in-house team which is doing your media buying on Google, Facebook, and a little bit of marketing. And if you're actually burning investors' money, then there is world out there. So you can actually go out of your way to cross your CPAs, and then there are people who average out the numbers for you to show it to your investors gracefully. So I would say it's a mix of both. And if you're actually investing your own capital, it should be 80% in-house and 20% external affiliates. And then you build relationships to get to 30%, 40%. And based on your confidence, you actually try to balance those numbers, is my feeling.
Sure. Thank you so much, Parikshit and Suraj. I guess the second one is also, I would try and put the questions together for you two first, and then maybe me and Ameya and Lian can answer some. So the second question here is, what are the advantages an affiliate partner brings for gaming apps?
So my view is that the affiliate partners currently who are actually in the industry and who are actually noted have a set of audience that they have actually built on all the channels. Like Facebook, they have their own set of unique audiences. and SMS channel, they already know what is a gaming database. So the major advantage is that you, as a user going and acquire, you as a brand going and acquiring on Facebook, the same user, they will actually get it at a 40% lower cost, and also they mark up the cost by 30%. So overall, as a company, you make a 10% discount. So to be more specific, if I actually go acquire on Facebook, maybe it'll cost me 1,000 rupees, and whereas I go to Value Leaf or ConversionX or any other agency in the market, they may actually acquire it at 600, but give me with a 30% markup because they have their own cost. So overall, if I look at it, they have this advantage that they are actually bringing, and they have know-hows apart from the cost. They know what marketing material works, and they know which region performs with what. So they're actually bringing in that kind of expertise for the cost they're actually charging. So it's always good to bring in experts.
Uh, so next one. What types of ad fraud do you tend to face, and how do you deal with it?
So what I actually is also good. Our company is little mature when it comes to handling fraud, and we look at what is the investment versus what is our returns over a period of 2 years. So if fraud activities happen today, we may not even know that it's a fraud registration or it's actually a conversion for us, because we are using different AI tools that we have built ourselves to detect who is right, who is wrong, and we have kept them in buckets. So whoever is not performing for us, they're already in lower bucket, and that low bucket is not actually kept to target for CRM. There is no further investment that is done. So we just keep our activity low with all the non-active users, and we built a script for ourselves. I'm more than happy to actually pass on that script to anybody who wants to approach us. Maybe if not a 5%, at least 2%, they will be able to handle fraud.
Sure. Lian, I would, at this stage, I would also want to understand from you, what are the kind of frauds do you see in UK market?
Well, I mean, I've seen it all over the last 2 decades, to be honest. I mean, we still have an issue here with kind of click fraud. So, like, and I'm talking in gaming, iGaming, because that's my area of expertise. But I think with browsers, with add-ons, with, all of the tools, the IA tools that are coming into the market now, that's becoming a little bit more difficult to kind of get around. So as the industry matures and as your technology matures around the affiliate space, your data becomes more relevant, and you are able to kind of look at the data exactly as Suresh has done with his own piece of code, and actually kind of monitor that fraud and get rid of it over time. So I think making sure that you have the right technology in place in your business to actually give you that intel is incredibly important. And anybody on this panel, I would text Parikshit up on his offer and get that script.
So,
the other thing I just wanted to say as well,
actually.
the other thing I just wanted to say as well, which I wanted to reiterate on agency, which both Suraj and Parikshit have said, the benefit of working with an agency or through a network or anything else is that you're not just buying into the traffic sources, you're buying into the breadth of expertise that agency has working across multiple clients, and that really is knowledge that you cannot get in-house, which is why clever brands will outsource some of their marketing strategy to agencies to actually benefit from that. So anybody here that might be listening and thinking, oh, I don't want to pay an agency because they charge too much, let me tell you that intel is invaluable in your business over the long term.
Would also like to add up a few points on ad fraud thing. Definitely, Parikshit, as Parikshit said, there are a lot of AIs and backend techniques wherein we can find out frauds. But as Lian, you said that click fraud is still happening on a higher level. So what we do at our end is from basics, like from click to install to registration to the FTD. We have these basic metrics in-house. So we know that when we are giving it to a publisher, maybe it is a banner publisher, maybe it is a SMS publisher, or maybe it is an email publisher. We know the trend of what is going to be the click to install to registration. So I think our AIs in India are not, or maybe abroad, are not that stronger to hold on that ad fraud. So hence our human intervention on daily basis is so much needed with affiliate. Hence I would like to add up that if you are doing affiliate marketing with all the AIs and technologies which you have, you should also focus on human intervention there and check on all the metrics.
I think the word there that I like to talk about is intuition, and that no AI tool can give you that, only a human can. So I
Absolutely.
100% agree with you, Amaya.
I'm sure everybody, all of us do that time to time.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question for Ameya actually. What strategies are adopted by affiliates to increase users or retain them for games? It is actually a very good question.
Correct. So basically, when it goes to affiliate, scalability is never an issue. The issue comes in when the fraud happens, or when different type of traffic is going to come. So how we do is our math is simple. When giving a traffic to a particular brand, we make sure at the start we give all type of traffics. Like it may be banner, it may be SMS, it may be email. We club it all together and then present it to the client, so that client can tell us that okay, this is good traffic. A lot of clients tell us like, yeah, this is email traffic is so good, we want this more scale from this ID. And we always go and tell them that every traffic is going to be different, the performance is going to be different, strategy of acquiring the user is going to be different, and at the same time remarketing is one of the most important thing which a brand needs to do with affiliate marketing, as Leanne said. And at the same time, it is important for us also as an agency to remarket, to use remarketing contents, creatives, to find out that and to catch that user and make him aware that okay, this is what you are looking for.
So to add on to Ameya, what I absolutely feel is that I have now and again been saying this, that see, different channels comes with different intent of users, right? So when I come to Google, when somebody goes and search into Google, right, I want to play a game. He is the user who really wants to play the game, right? So he has the best intent, and he is going to give you the best quality ROI, right? Because he is the person who really wants to play the game. You come to Facebook and you know that you are showing your ads and somebody is coming and clicking your ad, right? So he has got interested into your ad and then he wants to play the game, right? So again, when you look at the intention, right? So this is going to be the second best channel when it comes to intention setting, right? So again, you get the best ROI after Google when it comes to Facebook. Now we come to SMS and emails, right? What happens is, though it is a push kind of channel, but at the same time, when somebody is opening the email and clicking and registering, or somebody is opening the SMS and putting the efforts to install or to register, he has also got the right intent, right? When we look at the affiliates, right, it is the other way around. Sorry. So affiliates, basically, affiliates promote the offer and runs the India story of the campaign, wherein incentivizing or not incentivizing, or giving discounts or cashbacks, or multiple offers, right? But at the same time, they also have a kind of quality that they provide. It's not that you don't get good quality users from affiliates and affiliates. Saying so, what I feel is the best strategy that works is a channel mix, right? Because you need all the kind of intent users that you want to bring on board, and you want to give the quality to the operator, right? And I feel that is what works the best when it comes to, working on, say, retention, or working on bringing the new users, right? So understanding this also helps a lot.
It's incredibly, the funnels of how your customers find you, the buyer awareness journey is incredibly important, because for many, many years here in Europe, people thought that affiliates only help with acquisition. They don't. They help you through the entire buyer journey, from awareness stage to intent stage to purchase phase. An affiliate will find a way to be seen and heard in every single one of those channels. I mean, even now here in Europe, we're thinking about voice search. Operators don't have the infrastructure and the budget to actually invest in voice search. So when somebody's looking for a game to play, are they going to say it the same way that they're typing it? No, and affiliates are already coining those terms, those verbal terms that you search for, and creating websites that are optimized for those verbal terms, because you search differently when you speak. And they're starting to build websites with traffic. So this is why the affiliate channel is amazing, because affiliates are agile and they are innovative, and they will bring you sources of traffic that you never even thought of looking for, because they are looking at the market from a different perspective to an operator side. And when you use that information and that intel and you plug it into the rest of your marketing strategy, that's when the magic happens.
So we'll go for 2 more questions now, before we run out of the time. What advice would you have for a new real money gaming platform in identifying an affiliate marketing partner?
Always ask where's the source of traffic, and how they've started their business and what their background is. Because by understanding your affiliate partner and where they're coming from and what they're trying to do, you'll use that human intuition to understand whether the relationship is genuine or not.
I'll do justice to this affiliate conference. Just look at all the sponsors who are actually sponsoring this, and you'll find the top 10 affiliates to work with.
Thank you, Parikshit.
Reason why events are so important to our industry.
My advice will be, don't fall for the numbers or the cost. Go for quality. And there are a lot of affiliates who will give you baggage which will be very difficult to get rid of in future.
Always make sure that your affiliate terms cover you. Like the biggest lessons that we've learned here in Europe is having really poorly written affiliate terms, especially when it came to revenue share. So active affiliate management, making sure that your terms cover you so that when relationships don't work, you can, mutually agree to part ways and there's no negativity or, bad blood. Everything's clear in your relationship. That's very, very important.
And also, I would like to add that India is specific. We have a WhatsApp group for real money gaming ecosystem, so you can reach out to either one of us. If you're a real money operator, we are more than happy to add you in that. And there's so many people who can actually guide all of you guys who are actually new to this industry.
Correct. And as Parikshit said, why you go to top 10 networks or agencies is the most important thing is, we as an agency, we work with a lot of partners, and it's not just about gaming. We work with them for all other set of campaigns as well. So we are sure that, okay, when we need to start this with someone, we know that what is the strength of this publisher and what is this publisher going to do, what is his source of inventory. For a brand to know the source of inventory is very, very important, because there are chances in affiliate industry that it may look at as a very genuine, but in a while, in a month, in the coming month or 2 months, you will understand that, okay, this is not giving you good ROIs.
I time already. We have 2 minutes left, I guess, 1. But it was wonderful to have everyone on the panel. Absolutely, Ameya, I guess, and everyone on the panel, we had a wonderful productive discussion over affiliates and how things can, improve here on. I'm so sorry, Taleha Khan, we could not take your question, but you can always, write to us or write to MI sometime, and we are happy to answer. We had. Hope everybody got some output from it. Thank you.
Thank
you, Ameya.
Thank you very much for
you.
having
Thank
me
you,
all the way from
everyone.
over the
Thank
pond.
you, Chitra. Thank you, guys.
you. Thank you to all our panelists for such an insightful conversation. The thank you goes out to attendees who are here with us for both the days. Thank you so much.